Hi everybody, my name is Sarah, Pearls of Wisdom and Food. It's 53 degrees here today. It's almost like a heat wave, so I'm wearing a summer bathrobe. Who knew it could be so warm? May 7th. Note to self, when I eat crap, I feel like crap. Ugh. This is like big, news-breaking, shattering information. But fortunately, I'm not eating crap today, so I don't have to leave myself those sort of memos everywhere. I know that eating too much can make me feel too full, but I'm also being careful with that. And the most full I might have felt lately is when I eat too many vegetables. Can you imagine? I couldn't finish all my vegetables last night. This is really sad. If you knew me when, with my face over a plate of pizza or a cheeseburger and triple cooked French fries to make sure that they were just totally absorbed with the fry-later grease. Oh my, I was really a little piggy. So, note to yourself before you overeat. Is it weighed and measured anyway? And in the proper plate or bowl that's small? If you use a small vessel, so to speak, it's going to look like a larger portion. And I still eat my desserts with a little spoon. I eat my salads with a little spoon. Yeah, I eat everything with a little spoon and fork. I kind of look whacked, but I guess I'm used to it. And people that are around me at work, I guess, are used to it. And some have even mentioned in a whisper that they do that too. So, here we are. I'm going to be watching a new video. I had to write it down. I just heard it on talk radio, and it's free on a certain site, so I'm going to look that up. And I began to watch Sugar Coated on Netflix, which is a new documentary on sugar, the horrors of sugar. And it was funny because after I was watching that while I was eating my salad at lunch, and then I put it on pause and I came into the kitchen because I was doing some food prepping. And I listened to The Dangers of Sugar because Dr. Lustwig was on, and Gary Taubes was on the documentary. So I looked up The Dangers of Sugar on my YouTube so I could listen to that. And I decided to listen to somebody I hadn't heard before. And it was a woman. And, you know, there's really, it's not really new information. It's just hopefully becoming more mainstream about what the danger of sugar is for us. And garbage. And I love that word garbage. It is not mine. I stole it, like a lot of my little sayings. And what it is it's carbohydrates and garbage. And so you pretty much can figure what that food is. Most window diets, you know, the drive-through diets, and most middle of the aisles. And Dr. Lustwig was talking, the camera was on him while he was driving. And I really like him. He's right to the point. He is head of pediatric obesity at Boston Children's Medical. And he's, I think he might be a professor at Harvard as well. He wrote Fat Chance and Why You Never Get Hungry, Why You're Always Hungry, is his most recent. And he was saying that he doesn't know how he ended up being this guru of the dangers of sugar, because he actually really dislikes processed foods. And that's what started him on the journey. And I guess sometimes he talks about some of the overweight children that he's dealt with, but it's the health issues that they have before they're even 5 years old because of their obesity rate. It's very, very sad. And I'm sure that they'll be on many kinds of drugs the rest of their lives. We don't have to be today. In fact, people are able to reverse diabetes once they give up garbage, which is mostly sugar, white flour, artificial sweeteners, sodas, you know the drill. And some of them have been able to give up medication, and that is just awesome, because it used to be a death knell, wasn't it? So here we are today, and I am taping this on a Saturday, but this will probably air next week, during the week. So it's not a warning about having a messy Monday, and it's not a warning about having a weekend that has the need for the memo of note to self: when you eat crap, you feel like crap. I really don't like that word, which is interesting that I chose to do this, but I did. And you don't want to feel lousy. You don't want to have that food coma. You don't want to have, and you know what happens after is, like, a few hours later, you're looking for the same thing that didn't make you feel good from eating, right? It was funny. I was talking to somebody yesterday, and I was saying how I surround everything with emotions, or I used to. I'm a little bit better today. It's always a journey. But the less emotions I put into my food, the better day I have. And I laughed because I said, I used to put emotions around eating an apple. Do I really feel like eating an apple? Should I eat an apple? Is this the right color apple that I feel like eating? I mean, it's just like, this is crazy, right? Taking an emotional thermometer, blood thermometer read on the emotions around food. And I know when I used to have cravings when I was still eating grains and sugar, that game, right? Say the game started at 9 a.m., okay? And it's probably because I had some cereal or bread for breakfast. And then the garbage trigger craving kicks in. And all morning I'm fighting having something. It might have been something at work, like some cake on the counter, or leftover pizza, or something that I had here. It certainly wasn't healthy, organic, naturally grown, healthily grown foods. It wasn't like I was craving eggs with some melted cheese on them. It was probably something very unhealthy and very addictive, and it got set off by having what I thought was like a healthy little breakfast of, like, bran cereal and berries and things like that. That wheat triggered, it lit up my brain. And so, all morning long, I would fight that craving, fight the craving, fight the craving. And then I would reward the craving with what it was. And a lot of times it was the ice cream at night with all the little frozen M&Ms and cut up Snicker bars and all that kind of stuff on top of it. And somebody on my YouTube channel told me to catch this woman that's lost 80 pounds, her videos. And she doesn't eat healthy things. And I guess people have tried to encourage her. I haven't done a lot of research. I just watched a few videos, and I had to pick up my jaw and bring it back up to my mouth, because for all that I tout here, it would be all undone with some of her choices, and it was scary to me. And the closest that she came to a fruit and vegetable was a banana. And she did tell us, the audience, that she knows, you must be amazed that I'm eating a banana. So, scary stuff, and yet she's lost 80 pounds. So it's a double-edged message for those that want to follow her. And I would have been starving. With her choices. After she ate what she chose for breakfast, I would have said, what's next, what's next? And sometimes she went till, like, actually noon. And, an hour later, I would have been looking for the next snack, which was how I used to eat, even when I was losing my weight. I did do it that way. And when I had all the fruits and the freedom of the fruits, and now I weigh my fruits. I had 2 ounces of cherries yesterday after my salad, and there were probably 8 there. And yes, I could have figured in the pits and the stems and added a couple of more to get really the true 2 ounces that I was eating, but I didn't, because I thought that was a little. But yeah, I find that I'm having now my 2 ounces, having 2 ounces of fruit at lunchtime for my post salad or post eggs meal. And what a difference it makes. I'm telling you, I will chew that raspberry and enjoy each little nugget in it. It's funny. So, note to yourself, if you eat crap, you're going to feel like crap. And of course, I always take that a couple of steps further. You're going to be craving the crap because that's what happens. That is the amazing thing that happens is once you light up your brain, like the cocaine, except worse, for more, is that you're only going to want more garbage to satisfy that craving. And if you see something, that's the trigger, and that's going to make you crave it. And, if you don't want to have that stuff in the house, because that's what's going to kick it in. I mean, I would buy those 2 half-gallons of Friendly's ice cream and actually think that I could portion it out and be okay. As if. So I had it, if there's 7 nights in a week, I would have it 7 nights a week. And then I would have the other 7 nights a week. And then by then, Friendly's would be on sale and I'd buy it again, thinking that this time I'm going to be able to control it and I won't have it every night. It'll just be a treat. Yeah, it was a treat at the end of every day. That was horrible. You can't do that. In this video last night, she had a 7 o'clock snack, an 8 o'clock snack, and a 9 o'clock snack after dinner. And you know how I feel about nighttime eating, and I know how some of you have been made to feel about nighttime eating. It could be one of the most difficult habits to break. My mental hunger is 12 to 5. You've heard me say that. I'm satisfying it now with enough fat at lunch. And I'm going 5 hours in between feedings, as it were, like I'm some sort of, not on-demand baby. And so when I eat at 8:30 in the morning, I have a small breakfast, and then I am ready at 11. And then when I'm done eating at 11:30, in 5 hours at 4:30, I am appropriately hungry again. But I'm not jonesing all the way through from 11:30 to 4:30. And it is truly one of the best gifts I have had. Getting enough fat at lunch has really helped with that hungry horror afternoon. Just, it used to be horrible. Just the craving all the way through. White knuckling, bitchy witchy, horrible. And so for some of you, it's the nighttime eating, and how do you give it up? I think there's only one way to give it up, and I think it's a cold turkey thing. I don't think it's shifting from garbage to fruit. I think it's totally learning how to not have it. And one podcaster doctor was saying, if you are having a treat after your entree, after your main meal, have it immediately. Do not wait, like go clean up the kitchen and have it a half hour, 45 minutes later. Have it immediately. The end. Kitchen closed. Light off. Lock on the fridge door. Lock on the kitchen door. And yeah, there's going to be pain and discomfort. This is a habit that is not serving you well, unless it's fine for you. But if it's not fine for you, try it. I mean, in 5 days, you should feel a whole lot better. There is going to be some pain in giving up nighttime eating, but you know that if you've been watching my videos. Just like there's pain not having a 3 o'clock snack if the afternoon is your tough time. And one of my YouTubers has said that sometimes, you have hungrier days. That is true. But to keep it in that meal, if you keep your meals to 2 or 3 a day without the snacks, like incorporate what the snack would be into the meal so it's substantial, so it carries you, it gives your stomach a chance to work on the digestion. There couldn't be anything worse for your body than to have a big heavy meal, and then because the clock says so, it's time to have a big heavy meal again and nothing gets digested. That's why it's great to go overnight, to have your last meal. Say you're done, absolutely done, fork is down by 6:30, and you don't eat again for at least 12 hours. It's giving your body a chance to digest all the stuff from the day before. Very healthy, very good for you. True hunger really, really is interesting once you start honoring it. So I am going to close for now with this memo. Note to self, If you don't want to feel like crap, don't eat crap. What could be simpler? Have a wonderful day. This has been Sarah, Pearls of Wisdom and Food. Bye-bye for now.